impressive young lady.
Let's see how high she flies right here.
Hello dudes and dudines, we are back with another edition of our weekly power ranking. Some teams have had their first losses while others could finally get first wins in. Of course, with Swiss the league is still wide open and everyone is still in the run for playoffs. Number 24, Grubbers, last time's ranking, 23. The Grubbers once again couldn't secure themselves a win and are now at 0-6. In week 3 they are facing the 0-6 Primordials in a battle of the bottom. Whoever wins here still stands in the middle of the pack, whoever loses is slowly slithering into a crisis. Number 23, Peachfish Wolf, last time's ranking, 21. The first 2 rounds were against both Vatagen teams. Last week they added a match to Link's Dream in which they once again didn't really look competitive. While the Swedish squad was deemed a dark horse for many, most supporters already have given up on the Fishes. They have to win in week 3 against the Dogs. Number 22, Primordials, last time's ranking, 22. Primordials is to the SLE what the Ottomans were to Europe in the 1910s. The sick man of the SLE is now on a 23-game losing streak, with the last win being in Split 4 against White Tigers. The team has shown how much they can do in the past and they need to show it again. Number 21, Dog Crimson Flames, last time's ranking, 20. The Dogs slide down a spot after losing to Silver Phoenix in week 2. With one of the easiest schedules so far, the Dogs being at only 2 wins is disappointing, but they can make it to .500 in week 3 against PFW. Number 20, Sorby Glacial, last time's ranking, 18. After starting 2-0 the Bulls looked strong. 2 matches against top 10 teams in the row and now they look like one of the bottom teams of the league. Against Black Lotus they can get back to a mid-tier position. Number 19, Black Lotus Esports SNC, last time's ranking, 24. Finally Lotus was able to get wins on the board. They are sitting at 2 wins out of 6 games, half of what they got in Split 5, where they had a harder schedule. Can they build momentum and go back to be a middle-of-the-pack team? Or is despair the only destiny for this team? Number 18, Slim Odds, last time's ranking, 14. Slim Odds lost to Good Chi Yang in a series that didn't look competitive. We've seen it last split as well, but this team needs to start winning games over jungle and bot lane, instead on trusting their solo laners to carry them through every match. Last split they got eliminated by rival Lynx, now they have to play against their sister team Link's Dream. Number 17, Link's Dream, last time's ranking, 19. Speaking about Lynx, the Estonian squad has beaten Peachfish Wolf. Split 5 Rookie of the Split and MVP Krella has put up a masterclass to bring the Estonian community to a better standing. Number 16, Silver Phoenix, last time's ranking, 17. The Phoenix has risen from the ashes and is now on a comfortable 4-2. They now face off with Shaka Bantu, where they have to prove they are actually legit and not just lucky. Fly, Phoenix, fly. Number 15, Ragnarok, last time's ranking, 16. Ragnarok was asked to win and they delivered. They are now on a 3-3 record and are looking to face off with Sneck Pack. This match can be a real indicator whether or not this team can contend. Number 14, Infernal Wolves B, last time's ranking, 15. The Wolves have still not lost a single match. With 4-2 they are comfortably in the hunt for the top 4. Against Eternal Blizzard they have to prove once more that they are legit, in the battle of Wolves and Bears. Number 13, DVN Infinity, last time's ranking, 8. Devilian had a small drop-off in week 2. Many are not really sure whether this team is good or ass. In week 3 they face off with the Diamonds in a match that could be defining for the trajectory. Number 12, Good Kai Yang, last time's ranking, 12. After a rather disappointing start, Good Chi Yang has defeated Slim Odds to go back to an even record. Against Solaris Eris they can now go to a winning record to prove that they are to be taken serious. Number 11, Shaka Bantu, last time's ranking, 6. The clan of Shaka is looking strong but inconsistent. Against Silver Phoenix they have to stop this inconsistency instead of becoming more and more the CEOs of Disappointment, a title that was once owned by God of Hacks and his goblins. Number 10, Vatagen Pearl, last time's ranking, 5. Pearl has looked shaky against Sneck Pack. While the match ended in 1-1, they looked like the weaker team, being stomped hard in their loss. The roster many, me included, have named to be the one with the highest level on each role, is now struggling. Next on the menu is the battle of JL and Dutch, Vatagen against Good Chi. Number 9, Snack Pack SNC, last time's ranking, 13. Slowly the Snakes are slithering back to a good form. A Snack Pack team that is maximizing its potential is dangerous for the league and can look unbeatable at times. Number 8, Solaris Eris, last time's ranking, 11. Solaris Eris is on a streak of draws so far. With a comfortable 4-2 they can now look at Good Chi Yang, a team that if defeated would send Solaris to new heights in the SLE. Number 7, Vatagen Diamond, last time's ranking, 9. The question whether or not this is the best active Vatagen squad is something only a derby could answer. The squad is featuring many veterans with a high skill ceiling, but if they are able to achieve it is the other question. Number 6, Good Chi Yin, last time's ranking, 7. The reigning champions are in a bit of a struggle. Not too much to be concerned but enough to question whether or not a repeat is the likeliest outcome. That being said, their schedule has been really rough, with EB, the Sailors and Diamond so far. Now they face off with Vatagen Pearl in the battle of the two most decorated junglers of the SLE. Number 5, Eternal Blizzard, last time's ranking, 10. The Blizzard is slowly starting to roll of the SLE. Their schedule has been rather easy but it's slowly getting harder and harder. Can they get their momentum going, even with their fraud top laner? Number 4, Assassins and Greed SNC, last time's ranking, 1. The unbeaten streak of the Assassins is over. After 2 months of not losing a single tournament game they have been taken down by their rival Black Flag Sailors. Against DG they have to get it back together, otherwise it could slowly become pretty dangerous for the so-called super team. Number 3, Wacky Wraiths SNC, last time's ranking, 2. The Wraiths had a rogue Sunday. First being eliminated from Prime League playoffs, then just a draw against Dangerous Game. Considering their banter on the Swamp podcast, this is rather embarrassing. They have one last shot before they drop down to being the meme team in number 2, Dangerous Game, last time's ranking, 4. Lurgs is the GOAT. Is there more to be said? Number 1, Black Flag Sailors SNC, last time's ranking, 3. Who would have thought that the Pirates will be the last undefeated team of the SLE? Not just that, if they defeat the Wacky Wraiths in Week 3 they are the single team with the most consecutive wins to start an SLE split. The black flag has been raised and at least for now looks like the team to beat. And with that we conclude our power ranking. Special thanks go out to Jesse, who supports the SLE with his fancy graphics. Will there be any last undefeated team after Week 3? Which teams will stand without a win and who will perform better, Dutch or JL? Those questions will be answered over the course of the week, so stay tuned. Till next Monday.